Welcome back to the Puck Bunker. I'm Rocco Zappia, joined as always by my co-host, the man who may soon be leading the Vigo Bjork draft stock charge, Darren Boyce. How you doing?
Yeah, well, maybe not leading it, but being a supportive member of the club, maybe. Maybe not leading it, but just supportive.
We'll get to that a little bit later. Let's start off with your take on Team Canada's first game against Czechia.
Hey, we won. We beat Czechia.
Exercised the demons. To what extent, we'll see here. But aside from it being obviously an important victory for team confidence and morale to kick the tournament off, what were your takeaways from that performance?
I'll start. I thought that Hage, Martin, McKenna line was quite good. I thought Hage was actually their best player. Shout out to our Hab followers, but I mean,
I think they have their second line center there,
and he looks really good.
He is really good.
I know he's really good. Oh man, yeah. I mean, he's definitely gotten stronger. He can shoot the puck. He can play fast. Like he's really good. And I thought he drove that line. I thought he drove a lot of what that line did. I don't think it was McKenna that was driving the line. I think it was him. And that's not to say that McKenna was having a bad game or anything. I thought he was pretty good. Those line mates work with him a little bit better. They dig for pucks. They can create some space for him, and they can kind of, when McKenna has space, then he can make, you see in the first goal, the play he made like that, then he can make those, types of plays that no one else can make. So I like that line. Hage, the only issue with Hage is that he's not great in the circle. Like that's really it. He's not a great face-off man. That's his only thing I'd be a little bit hesitant about with him. That improves though. And I mean, again, if he's going to dominate play on the ice, that's more than fine. That's a good line. I mean, I don't really have a problem with any of them. I mean, McKenna, I don't think dominated, but I mean, he had a good night. He had 2 points, and I would call him maybe quiet per se. I mean, he had the one elite play. He was kind of quiet, had 2 points. That's okay. Like that's okay. That's kind of what we wanted to see there, right? Like do that one big thing, the special thing, their line, win their minutes. That's good. Couple other things I liked. I mean, Tidjigan was, I think, the best player on that de facto. I guess they called them the first line. I think he was the best at. Martone, his skating hasn't improved. Don't want to rip on him, and he's still taking bad penalties. Like that is a problem. He took 2 bad penalties in the third. He's supposed to be their captain. Like that's not what I love to see. Miso looks rusty. I mean, I think that's kind of
maybe going to be expected.
Yeah. And hated that Baudouin, Reshny, Luchenko line. It was terrible. I thought it was quite interesting that Denway and O'Reilly found each other halfway through that game, and that line was effective. What a shock. Who could have seen that one coming? Mind you, I don't know if Baudouin's the best guy to play center with them. I would like maybe a guy with a little bit more speed, but Baudouin also looked a lot better with them on that line because it was a big, heavy line. So, I mean, our friend Rick, he proposed Coots might be a guy that might be decent on that line. I didn't necessarily disagree. But I mean, I like the way that O'Reilly and Denway, they think the exact same way. They win every puck. Like they're hard on guys. They're hard to play against. They're always in the right spot. Maybe if we could find some guy with a little bit more speed than them on that line, might bring a different dynamic. I mean, but again, I can't complain. Denway was supposed to be the 13th forward, and he's on the ice, in the last couple minutes of the game. So we're okay there. I mean, if you I know we're gonna say here, Perek was great offensively. He was okay defensively.
That was the most Zane Pere game you could have.
His partner was terrible. And I think that's, so I don't really want to get as hard on Perek as I could be, because Cam Reed had a tough night. Like there were some bad pinch decisions. He got Nestrazzle just straight up bullied him on one of the goals. And even before that, he turned it over at the blue line for that goal to even happen. So when, again, our concern with Perek is more the defensive liability, especially in zone defending. When he's not really the problem on the pair, that's a little concerning for me. I think I know what they're trying to do with that pair, though. I think they want to just push play with having Reed and Perek out there. They want to, as soon as they get the puck, fire it back up the ice, like they scored a bunch in transition. Like, that's what they're looking to do. I just don't know if this, no, I do know it doesn't work defensively. So that would be my issue there.
Okay. So that pair had, as soon as Czech got on the cycle, even a little bit, it was like
it
just
couldn't do anything.
Carter George doesn't give up a rebound.
Yeah. And but it wasn't even the cycle. Like, it was just, there was again, Reed was pinching. It was bad spots. Like, it was, and again, we've watched Cam Reed play enough. I get it. Like, he's not the best in zone defender, but at least, like, that was not a good game for him. I don't think I've ever seen him play that poorly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Darren, he
wasn't good.
This is not the worst game he's ever played in his whole life.
No, it's one of the worst ones I've seen. Like, it's a different statement, but it wasn't a good game for him. So I don't know if maybe they think about changing that up, or maybe they'll just stick with it and they think they're going to run and gun, which they probably can. Like, they do have, again, they do have some offensive talent. And I mean, I think Perek is probably more of a net positive offensively than he is negative defensively.
Yeah, by a lot.
From what it looked like tonight. So
by a lot.
I just wonder if there's a better,
Perek's well worth the trade-off.
Is there a better D partner for him? I guess is the question.
Yeah, I think he does. Ideally, he's with a steadier guy. Maybe McKenzie. Carl's didn't have his best.
No.
Maybe you're feeling the nerves a little bit. Your first World Junior game. I know that the pre-tune-up games it's a different feeling there for the guys. So I think he settled in afterwards, but he didn't get the big minutes he started the game with. But maybe that type of guy is the right style of partner that you're looking for. Him or McKenzie, I think. Brunek's a righty, so you don't really necessarily want to do that, but that would be ideal. But maybe you can go with Reed.
Their two most responsible deer, I think, are probably their older guys are the right-handers. Like, it's Danford and Brunek, right? So it's just like, maybe McKenzie is the best option, because I mean, he can move the puck a bit. Like, he is responsible, but he's not
move the puck enough to know to just give it to the defenseman, his partner, 10 feet away from him.
I mean, the only thing I can say here, like, I don't think
if Carl settles down, that could be a good pair, though. Maybe. I just think his nerves got the better of him a little bit, and he'll be fine. He'll be fine the rest of the tournament.
I just don't think that after that game, that would be the choice to make.
No, maybe you don't start next game like that.
Yeah. Like, he could get there, but I mean, I don't know. Like, McKenzie does seem actually like maybe the right option there. Like, maybe that is the right idea.
Maybe have McKenzie with Perek and Brunek with Reed.
Yeah, maybe that's just a little bit more steadier. I mean,
now the thing is, one of the reasons that I think that they were able to generate so much offense, just to kind of counter our own points here. One of the reasons maybe they could generate so much offense so easily is because they really could attack from aggressively from either side of the ice with those two defensemen. You don't really know which side of the ice is going to come up, because they can both lead the transition and the break in and the breakout just as well. So if you split them up, maybe then it's a little easier for the team to kind of funnel the play one way. That said,
Possibly.
I still might go for a little more balanced approach, because I don't necessarily think you want to. I don't think you want to go into the gold medal game or a semifinal game having won every game in a barn burner kind of like that.
Here's the thing. I don't think Reed can really play worse than that. Like, I don't think he can.
No, he'll be better.
Yeah, like I think so.
He'll be better.
Like, I get what they're trying to do. So maybe they, like, again, maybe they do keep doing that. But I mean, they were out there kind of in defensive situations too, which is kind of where I'm a little bit more hesitant on doing that. Like, that's kind of a problem for me. I just didn't like the pair. Like, they struggle again. They struggle in the cycle. Like, and again, some people are going to blame Perek for it. Like, it wasn't really Perek's. Again, Perek's not going to be an elite defender. Like, that isn't my expectation for him.
Were they scoring the 2-on-1?
Yeah, like, it's not his fault.
That was the pinch at the red line that backfired.
Yeah, like, it wasn't his. I don't know. Like, it wasn't. Like, he was on the ice for a couple goals. They weren't his fault. Like, it wasn't him that made the big mistake. Like, it wasn't. It's just like he's kind of
equally he wasn't out there making a huge play to break them up either.
No.
But they weren't like his. You're not looking at videos saying you're the guy that made their bad play to lead to this goal. I agree with that.
Yeah, like it's.
But like, look, he more than carried his weight tonight. I mean,
there's more positive there than negative with him. Obviously, like,
that's always going to be with him. The reason he is so good is because he can make risky plays, non-traditional plays sometimes. And you're just going to bank on the fact that at the end of the day, that's going to be a net plus more times than a minus. And the net plus is going to be so big that it's going to be more than other guys' net plus who are conservative but don't make near as many positive plays for you. So, like, that's why I said tonight was an example of like a very Perek game, because there's like one or two things where like, okay, I wish that could have gone a little bit differently in the defensive side, but then there's 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 10 or 12 plays that he makes that nobody else on that ice can make the way that he does. So I had that guy ranked 5th overall in his draft year, and I would not really say my opinions change. Like, you take Erik Karlsson in his prime was like that. He'd make a couple bonehead plays a game where you're like, what are you even thinking? But then 15 times he's all over the highlights because nobody else could do what he could do at that time. So from the back end. So I'm not saying he's going to be Erik Karlsson in his prime. Like, don't, but like that's what you're going to get from him. And you have to be okay with it.
His ability to find shooting lanes is what, and we saw that a lot, but we saw that live before too, right? Like, it's always been elite. Like, and
he rarely gets shots blocked.
Like, yeah, like, and like good hard shots, like accurate shots, like on net, and they can create rebounds or just
can he shoot a puck without he's not even moving?
Yeah, like those are just he's just kind of flicking his wrists basically. Like, and again, he's creating them. But what's noteworthy is he's created a new lane the way, like, again, he's found a shooting lane. Like, he's kind of almost shooting it around the defender. Like, he's not firing it into him. Yeah. And that's what kind of makes him the elite power play guy, because he can move the puck really quickly, but he can also find shooting lanes. So it's really hard to defend him on a power play. And I mean, he is who you want to like have the puck on the power play with everyone that they have.
Yeah, that's
like,
the guy.
He should be the guy with the puck. So, like, I'm okay with that. And the power play obviously looked better today, but it looked better today because Perek was kind of, again, I thought he looked confident with the puck. So, like,
the power play looked better because he was on it.
Well, yeah, and he was he's confident with the puck because, again, like, he didn't have that game in London. He doesn't have a great game, but he's coming back from injuries. So, like, it's again, he's working his way back into it. That was a good game for him. Like, that's what we want to see. Like, he stepped it up. He played better.
You think they could have used that last year?
Yeah, no shit. Well, at least could have been their 8th D last year and just been their power play quarterback. So,
Right.
I mean, yeah,
TJ Gendla's sick.
he's a good player. He really great shot, like works hard. He has to be the defender on that line because I didn't like Martone's game really that much at all. I thought he looked slow and I thought he was bobbling pucks and he took 2 stupid penalties. And he's supposed to be their captain. Like that wasn't a great game for him. And Misa was okay, but he looks rusty still.
That wasn't his best.
No, like it was okay. It wasn't terrible. He just like
it wasn't his best.
No, like he was fine. Like he was still he had an assist. Like he created a little bit. It just wasn't dominant. He was just kind of there.
Oh, no, I thought again was the best player on that line tonight.
He was, yeah. And again, like that's really good for him because he was injured last year and didn't even get an opportunity. And I mean, there's another guy they might have been able to use last year. Mind you, they didn't even freaking invite him. So
he was hurt. It was different.
Well, are we sure that that's why they didn't invite him?
No, I think they just butchered that whole lineup last year, but that doesn't matter. We're here now. I thought Carter George made the saves he was supposed to make, and he looked okay still giving up 5 goals somehow.
He was okay. I think there's an opening here for someone else to run for the job. Like he was okay.
A few of them he had no chance on.
Yeah, I mean he outplayed his counterpart. The Czech goalie wasn't very good.
No,
a lot of shots just beat him cleanly. So, I mean, Ivan Kovic's probably going to get a shot. I'm going to just say it. Like, I think Ravensburgen should get a shot. I think has the highest upside. He's been playing really well, but I don't think he's going to get one. I think they're just going to roll with these two.
Tough to give 3 different goalies a game.
It's just George hasn't been great this year. He's been okay. Like he's been okay, and like this game was okay. Like it was okay. They won, so you got to win. You're fine. Like it's okay, I guess. I'm not upset. Like I don't think it was really hit. Like I don't think he did anything like badly. Like there's some really weird bounces off the backboards too, which are kind of just really like that one goal was bunk. Like he took a shot off the backboards, went right back out to the guy.
Yeah,
that sucks. That absolutely sucks.
I will say, and I know it's a different age group, but it seems to be now a trend amongst Canadian teams. It was a trend last year at the World Juniors. It was a trend at the Halinka. It's a trend again. They struggle with big forwards on the forecheck still.
Well, I mean, they were, but Rocco, look, they're playing Reed and Perek a bunch of minutes. Of course, they're going to struggle with that. like Nesterson literally took the puck from Cam Reed and just got in a set. He literally just took it from him. It's like, what are we that shouldn't be surprising. That's kind of what you've signed up for with that pairing. But the counter is that you hope they. Well, yeah, but the counter is you hope they drive more offense that counteracts that, right? Like that's
but the whole team struggled against the bigger, stronger guys. It wasn't just that pair.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, they did. They did. Oh,
aside from Martin and Iginla, Danway, O'Reilly, to an extent, Baudouin, just not necessarily the most intimidating group.
Honestly, I'm actually going to say it. I thought Hage was actually quite good defensively and battled and was
good. Okay, yeah, fair.
So
fair.
I'm actually going to include him more in that because I thought he was good. And I thought he again had to do a lot of work on that line because McKenna is on it, and I don't think McKenna's a great defensive guy. But again, he was working, and you have Brady Martin who's the bowling ball, so he's kind of he's relied upon to do a lot on that line. And I thought he did. He was good.
His speed is really helpful for
It
McKenzie.
is. It is. And that's kind of the issue with Baudouin. Like, he's slow. He is slow. And listen, I liked that. Like, I think O'Reilly and Denway together is hilarious. That is literally like a crack line for me. I think that's like, I'm on drugs with that line. That's great. I just wish they had a faster guy than Baudouin with them. Like, because they're not the quickest guys. Like, they're
Well, what about
fine.
Luciano?
Yeah, like, I think that might work. Like, it's just, but I mean, the line did work, and I think, they are big and they all hit guys. So I mean, that works as a lower lineup line. Um, like I'm happy. Like, I think they did find a combination there that I think at least works. It is funny how much he's relying on O'Reilly though. Like, he's on the ice all the time, taking big face-offs and everything. So,
You're not going to make mistakes.
well, yeah, shocker. Just like to say I had him on the team last January, but that's anyway. He's a good player. He deserves to be on the team, very obviously. Reshny struggled when they were -3 pretty quickly into the game there.
Yeah, he tried some things that usually would work for him that didn't work tonight.
There's a couple pizzas there. He also is on the first power play to win faceoffs, which I'm not sure. He's a good faceoff man, but that shouldn't be wise on the first power play. So I don't know. Like, he can play better. Let's hope he plays better. Like, that wasn't a good game for him, but I hope he does.
I don't think that was even close to the best version of that team.
No, but I mean, they should be. What's good? Like, they should be able to score, which we couldn't last year at all.
No, I don't think they're going to have a problem putting the puck in the net. I don't think that they're going to be. It's going to be entertaining.
No, and I don't think any of these teams' defenses are outstanding, or their goaltending is outstanding enough to really
stop
these games that close. Like, I don't. Just from looking at all the goaltending here, like, there doesn't seem to be like a real stud guy. They're even like the States. Like, I don't know what their goaltending is really like. So, like, they should be able to score. They have guys that can create. They have a top two lines of, or at least they have a line of talent that is going to be probably the best line in any game they play, or should be the most talented line in any game they play. So I don't know. I can't be upset. They won, and this is a team that has given them problems the last few years. Like, they've lost them the last 3 years.
I think it's a good sign that they won despite clearly not playing their best.
No, but the Czechs are also missing, like, maybe their best defenseman and one of their better forwards. Like, Murka wasn't playing and Yeko's hurt. So, I mean, like, again, it's still, they need to clean some stuff up. But they did win. Wins are a win. I mean, they're trying to play man in the D zone, and that's kind of their problem at times. Like, I don't know if all these guys are really.
Well, it's a problem when they're trying to do it with the other team as their goalie pulled. Yeah.
Well, they have 6 guys on the ice. Yeah, that led to 1 goal, which is hilarious. But I'm just not sure how adept some of these guys are, which I think actually is why Denway ended up with O'Reilly. Like, I think that's why that happened, because they're the guys that can actually do it. So it worked okay. I don't know. Like, is there anyone that really stood out to you that we haven't talked about here? Like, my only real negative here, like,
Brunick was quietly awesome.
Yeah, he was good, but he should be good. He's an NHL player and he was solid. Like, that's what we need, more solid guys back there, right? Yeah. I thought Danford was fine too. Like, didn't notice him. You know what I mean? Didn't know. That's the guy in D. I didn't notice him. Yeah,
that's exactly what you want. The less you hear his name, the better he played.
Didn't notice anything. Perfect. That's what I need.
I loved Ethan McKenzie scoring.
Yeah,
I loved it. That was awesome.
Yeah, he should be draft eligible, Rocco.
Yeah, I don't even care about that. Just the fact that he got passed over twice. scores, ends up being the game winner. Gotta love that. He was pumped. He had the biggest smile on his face. That's why I love the tournaments, the emotion. Like to him, like you could tell like how much that meant to him on a personal level. I thought it was that was like the loudest I cheered the whole game.
Yeah.
I think he scored. So shout out to Ethan McKenzie for just fucking keep on keeping on, man. Like that was a really damn good game for him. So if there was any questions about why so many highly picked players that maybe didn't make the team and he's on it, well, they've all been answered because I thought he had a heck of a game. So
well, he was certainly a much more steady,
it was
steadier D than some of the other guys. So
he was very good. So
yeah.
His place on the team is clearly well deserved. So that's all I have to say about that.
Do you think? Well, before, do you think Pere or Verhoff get into the lineup here? Like seriously, like they get into the lineup and actually get an opportunity to like be in the lineup, not just kind of sit as the last forward.
I think Carter Bear is going to get a chance to play here at some point. I think if you're looking for a little bit more skating ability than some other guys, he's got a little bit of it, and he can play. He can kind of move up and down. He can play however way you need him to. Might be a nice fit in the bottom six there. So tomorrow, you have Latvia tomorrow.
They lost to him last year.
They're never a pushover.
They're a good team. They're not. This isn't a normal Latvia team. Like they're a good team.
No, and these lower tier European teams, they're so familiar with each other, and they're typically so well coached, and they're so well structured, and they're so good at being opportunistic with counterattack chances. Like they have that type of shelter down, kind of keep as much shots to the outside as you can and take your chances when you get them. And they do it so well that they're always a threat to stick around and hang in the game. So with that said, still a good opportunity to try some different things, I think, tomorrow and maybe get some different guys a look in the lineup. At some point, I think you're going to see Verhoff and Pere get a game in here. So why not tomorrow? It's tomorrow or it's Denmark. If you're going to try things, try it now. So maybe look for at least one of them to come into the game tomorrow. And I think you probably see Ivan Kovic get the start tomorrow as well. So
yeah, well, I think that was probably the plan anyway, that he would get to play them again. I just wonder if they it'll be that last game, right? Like, they're going to play Denmark, then they play Finland, right? So it's going to be that last game where we want to see, who's going to get that, because that's who they're going to be going with in the medal round, or they want to go with in the medal round, right? So I'd assume they're still going to give Carter George that game. I don't think he played. Yeah, I don't think he played like poorly enough for that to happen. Like he played fine. He wasn't great. He wasn't bad. Like he was fine.
Well, I mean, it's not like he gave up a bunch of stinkers.
No, didn't
steal goals away from them either.
I mean, a couple of them are just like one timers and tap-ins, and there's
there's not much you could do on a few of them.
And a couple of them are just kind of some like greasy garbage around the net. So like it wasn't like he was just giving up straight rips like the Czech guy was. Like he was just literally just straight up beating him. Like that was so. No, I think that's probably what they do. I do wonder if they go they probably go Ivan Kovic this game, then George against. They give George the Denmark game, then George again.
Is there a day between Denmark and Finland? Like, is this only back to back?
Let's take a look here.
Because that would probably depend. At least for me, it would.
Yeah. Looks like
maybe you give Ravensburg in Denmark.
So they play the 27th, then they have the 28th off. Then they play the 29th against Denmark, and they have the 30th off. Then they play the 31st. So that's probably is what they would do.
Yeah.
Because this is the back-to-back, so Ivan Kovic would be playing anyway.
Yeah, so he's going to play tomorrow. And so who would come out of the lineup for Carter Bear?
Green Tree. Barely played.
Yeah. We're not taking Baudouin out. He trusts him in.
They're not. Look. I didn't really like his game, but they're not taking him out.
No, they're not. So yeah, Greentree is probably the guy.
And like he didn't really fit. Like he just doesn't really fit anywhere. So, I mean, like
it's if he's not playing in your top 6, it's tough.
It is, right? And I think Bear can kind of play everywhere. I almost like the fit with Bear a little bit better anyway. Just you could kind of try and fit him in.
There's a guy that I'm putting with O'Reilly and Desnoyers.
That line would be hilarious.
Well, all 3 of them could play center, and all 3 of them can play the wing. It's the most versatile,
and they all hit guys.
And they're all hard up. Exactly. They're all high motor guys, physical players who you can trust defensively. So you want a line to get the puck out, move it to the other end, and get a whistle. There you go. Wouldn't be surprised. Does Verhoff get a look? I don't know. I feel like Hunter wasn't crazy about him in the pre-tournament. And that might be a guy that, again, if there's not really a place for him to use his shot on the offensive situations, it's maybe not as effective. It just might be a usage thing with him, right?
Yeah. Well, it's just
maybe there's 2 draft eligibles. Maybe Carls comes out for a game and gives Verhoff one. Like again, I do think they're going to get him a game here at the tournament, whether that's versus Latvia or versus Denmark. But maybe Carls comes out, maybe Aitchison comes out for a game. Who knows? I think McKenzie at this point, he's earned the right to not come out of the lineup. He played well enough tonight, steady enough. So, someone's gonna.
Do you see Reed come out?
That's kind of why I've been hesitating. Did I want to say that thought out loud? But I think they would maybe take the younger guy out first.
I think you're right. But Reed is also an underage player too. He's a year older, but still.
Yes.
Nonetheless, I mean, they got to win. So, woohoo! Let's win 3 in a row here. Let's do that because we haven't done that in a couple of years. So
what else here? What else stood out to you moving away from Canada? What else stood out to you on day one?
The U.S. game, they're also playing quite wide open. That was another thing I noticed.
Cole
Hudson's very good. James Hagen's looked great against a lower end team. So I think that's not really surprising.
Spellacy is a truck.
I liked Spellacy and I liked Zellers. I thought that those 2 played together and I thought they looked very good.
I'm a big fan of Spellacy.
Yeah. Well, he's a big guy. So I mean,
hard-nosed motherfucker.
Yeah. So I mean, what I liked about Zellers too, because that's a guy that we talked about with the Boston guys on our pod here. He was kind of not a sleeper, but he was a guy they were excited about. They got in that Charlie Coyle trade, and he's around the net a lot. Like he is around there a lot. He can score kind of multiple ways. He works hard.
Well, I think that's a guy that has a natural instinct to know kind of how to bury the puck.
Yeah,
and you see it at every level of hockey. I'm not saying whatever is going to be an NHL superstar, but you see it even right down to from guys to beer league up to every level of pro. There's just certain guys that they know how to put the puck in the back of the net.
They're there.
They're just there. He's one of those guys. Wherever he ends up, he'll find a way to score. So that's a pretty good trait to have.
So what was interesting about the U.S. I liked, I mean, they have multiple lines that can score. That's quite evident. They miss Connolly though, like that.
They do.
They don't, because they're kind of missing that pop of like a top end guy. Like they have Hagens, but I don't know.
But they compensate for it because they have a lot of team speed up and down their lineup, and they can still push the play, despite maybe not having the high end.
Well, it's coming from their back end, right? Their back end can push the play like that. That's helpful. They are giving up odd man rushes pretty they were fairly frequently against a German team there. That was an issue. I'm not sure how good their goaltending is. I'm again, I actually thought this game was like that German game was a little bit closer than it should. Like it could have been closer if the German goalie could make a couple saves, because like the goals he gave up weren't like tic-tac-toe plays. Like they were kind of like he could have made, like it was like rebound got loose. Like there was an ability to kind of make a couple extra saves there that might have kept that game closer. It's a pretty good start for them. I mean, getting their feet wet, it's fine. They have a good team. But they're going to be more, I think Canada, that first line they have should have more offensive potential than maybe that US line has. But it'd be interesting to see, because I do think, again, if we're comparing Perek to Hudson, like I think Hudson's a little bit more of a complete defender than Perek is. So I think that might be kind of the difference we're looking at there. And I thought, what's his name, Kleber was his partner. Like Kleber looked pretty, again, they kind of put him with a more steady guy, which seemed to work. So I just wonder if that's where Canada goes with that.
How'd you like Hensler?
I didn't think he was very good, to be honest. Sorry to be the grump here. Sorry, Sens fans. I didn't think he had a good game. I think he was on for a couple goals, and it wasn't his best showing. So hopefully that, again, I hope he can get a little bit better there. Wasn't playing a lot either. That was the other thing. I mean, Chase Reed kind of had a Chase Reed game. I mean, that's
on both sides of the highlights.
Yeah, scored a goal, like looked pretty, had some, good activations. Like he pinched in pretty smartly a few times. And then one of the goals, he was kind of, I don't want to say it was his fault, but could have done a little better. So like it's with him, it's just interesting because, again, we talk about this with a lot of the draft people on Twitter. Like his upside's higher because he has the offensive potential and he's a 6'3". Like, again, you saw him he was playing on the power play, and you can see him he can run a power play. Like, is he Cole Hudson? No, but he can run a power play. Like, he is an NHL. He can run a power play in the NHL. I think he's quite good. There's not really, other than like Villeneuve in this draft, like and I still think he's probably the more like that. His power play translates more than Villeneuve's, I think. So it's like, how do you rank that? Like, is he a top? Like, because people are talking now, like, is he going to be like a top? It's like, because they have Verhoff as the number one, like D, right? Well, there's like Verhoff, there's Smits, like there's Carls, there's Reed, like we have, we like Pipperainen. Like, how do we rank? And I guess this is a question we'll have to answer as the year goes on. Like, how do we rank the offensive potential versus the defensive flaws, where we have some other players where like the defense is better, but there may be some offensive holes. And it's interesting. It's an interesting thing to see, because you can kind of see the differences between them, right? So,
well, that's very much a team dependent thing.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest question is, if you think that you can get Reed's defense rounded out, then he's the first guy in that list. And your confidence in that will kind of dictate how far up and down you move him, right? If you think that maybe the juice isn't worth the squeeze, then maybe you have him at the bottom of that group of guys. But I think by default, most teams are probably taking the guy with a little more offensive upside, because he has the tools to be a good defender. It's just a matter of working with the kid.
Yeah, it is. And it's just, you're looking to get that gaff out of the game, or just a little more consistency in the defensive zone and more physicality. Like, I would like to see him be a bit more physical, but I mean, he looked good. Like, he looked solid, especially for a draft eligible player. Like, he looked better than Carl's did tonight. So
he looks like he's that offensive skill, size, skating. He's right-handed. He's probably a top 5 pick.
He looked good. Like, and that's kind of like, that's what we're, again, like, he's just an interesting one, because he's a little bit, the potential flaws are just a little bit different than some of the other guys here, right? Like it's just kind of a different template of player.
It is.
Yeah. But he's shown a lot of growth too recently, right? Like he's gotten a lot better within the last year, which is also noteworthy. Anyway, the other game, again, it's a good win for the US. I think they can also have another gear, just like Canada. I think they can play a little bit better defensively. I do think they still have the best player in the tournament, which I do think is actually Hudson. So, as he was my MVP pick, even though they weren't winning the tournament, but nonetheless, he looked good. So, doing okay there. Sweden, I thought Viggo Bjork was great. Like he's good. I don't know if I'm actually that worried about his size anymore because I think he's really smart and he does a lot of things that I want my players to do.
Yeah.
I don't know if
his details are very strong.
Yeah. And again, we like it's if those other skills are elite, I don't know. But like if my concern's only his size, I don't know if I should have that as that big of a concern. Like I don't know if I should. Because the brain's there, like the want's there.
He's greasy enough too.
Well, I guess we talked about Denver Barkey made the NHL. He's like 5'7".
He's got some jam.
He does. And he should have scored a goal today. Like it was a shorthanded goal. Like he made it around the D and they called it goalie interference, which I'm like he hit the goalie's glove, but I don't know. As a resident goalie, I'm not actually sure if it was goalie interference or not. And I mean, they're playing with Stenberg. And again, Stenberg scored the winner. Nice play by Eddie Genberg, by the way.
It was.
That was a really nice play. They're obviously trusting with one of their higher end offensive players. They see him as a higher end offensive player, obviously. Like that's the point. He's good. Like he is good. Like he should be a first round pick, I think. Like he really should be. Because he has less flaws in his game than some of these other guys we've been looking at, some of these other wingers and other small guys or smaller guys.
Yeah. And he still brings a pretty nice degree of upside too.
He does. Like it's not.
He's got the brain to play with the high flying guys.
I think he was overblown as a top 10 pick, but I think we're also now he's gone the other way where like Central Scouting's calling him a B. Like he shouldn't be. Like he's not a B. He shouldn't be a B. Like he's a legitimately top player at this tournament. That's noteworthy. Like he's a good player. The other thing in that Sweden game, Frondell scored like a pretty typical Frondell goal where he's just ripping a one-timer on the power play. Like
how is that bad? How is that a bad thing?
Not bad. It's not bad at all. I'm just saying this is what he is going to score in the NHL. He's going to be a very good power play player in the NHL. I just think he's a winger. I think he's going to be a very good high end, probably a first line winger. I just don't see him like driving offense as much as he should, when he does play center. I think that's just the only thing that I just don't see from him.
If he turns into a 35 goal winger, you're pretty happy.
Great pick. And that's I think he can be that. Why can't he? Like Zach Hyman scored how many goals? 50? He's a way better player than him, especially at this age. I mean, Zach Hyman got good when he was older, but I mean, he actually has a threatening shot. He can go to net. He does a lot of the greasy stuff on a line. We talk about on the line, you need like a defensive presence. He can do that. He's physically very big. Like he's strong. So like I like him. I just some people are calling because I don't think he's a center. That's all. But I have no qualms that this guy's going to be a player for Chicago. Like he's going to play for them and he's going to be quite good for them. I think they just need to find a center. I think, and I'm not, again, Bedard got hurt taking a draw. I'm just not sure he's a center either, but I'm not, but that might be like, again, that's maybe like they have those two picks this year. Like I think maybe something they might have to target. They definitely need to target a centerman with one of those picks. I think they definitely need to, maybe one of them's a D, but the other one's got to be a center.
Yeah, I think so as well. But that's a while away. What are we looking for? What are you looking to see from Canada tomorrow?
Win the game.
Well, yes. Aside from win the game, I mean, for me, I want to see them be a lot tighter.
I want to see that. I want that second line, or what I will say is their second line, to be better. I need better from Misa and Bartone. Like, they need to be better.
They also can't be giving up 4 top-in goals.
No, but again, they were also slow getting back on one of those goals too. So that was, I need to see a little better from them. I need to see Camry to just forget about this game. Like, really.
I think there's a few guys who are going to play better tomorrow.
Yeah.
Smits?
Yeah. I mean, he's going to be matched up against that first line. So, I mean, it's a good test for him.
No kidding. See him versus McKenna one-on-one.
Well, either if he's on that line or the second line, he's still going to be up against high-end guys. So, I mean, it's a good test for him. I mean, I would like to see Desnoyers and O'Reilly stick together. I think that's like legitimately a good third line.
Yeah.
I think that's a guy, some guys he should be playing. And let's see how Ivan Kovic plays. Like, maybe he wasn't the reason they lost to Latvia last year. I don't think that, like, it wasn't his problem. Yeah. So, just play a consistent game. He's used to playing these games with Canada where he gets like 20 shots. He's good in those games. So, I mean, you know what, Jack, post a shutout. Make it hard. Make the decision hard on the coach. Because what do I always say? Like, if the guy's hot, play him.
Yeah.
So if I get the shutout, play him.
Yeah.
So, like, let's like, here. You know what? You want to like become a better prospect in my books, and like I will think of you better. Win the job. Like, he can win the job here if he plays well. And I know these aren't the lower teams, but I mean, if he get a shutout here, play the next game.
You can always pop the shot to the face.
Yeah, play the next game.
Right on. Well, it's day 1 of the World Juniors in the books. Canada exercising some of their demons, at least from the last couple of years. The Czech monster has been taken down. I heard. Oh, who was it? Was it McKenna or Aginla or one of the guys in the interview after saying, like, Perek maybe? Anyways, saying that we gotta come out here and shock the world by winning gold. I don't know if shock the world is.
It's not shock the world, but the point, it's not like, first of all, before
we're going to be shocking the world if Canada wins gold here.
The Czechs are a good team, by the way. I just want to say, like, they do have a good hockey team. Like, it's not like
I just thought that was It's like just throwing like fucking sports jargon out there.
It wasn't the Czechs from 10 years ago. Let's just say that. Like, they're a good team. They're a good program. But Canada needs to also win those games. They should be favored to win those games. So you're not shocking the world by beating them. But it's
still nice.
It's nice. Like, everyone's like, actually, like, I'm happy. Like, it's a good game. Like, we won. We scored a bunch of goals. I feel good.
There you go.
Yeah.
Day 1 for Minnesota's in the books. We'll be back with more. Thanks for tuning in, boys. Bedtime.
Yeah. See you later.